All right, so now we have a exercise here where we have to determine the midpoints of the given line segments. So we have the line segment CD, we have the line segment EF, AB, and GH. So once again, what are we going to do here is, because we are dealing with the midpoint, we are going to find the midpoint of what? Okay, so let's just locate a particular line segment that we're going to deal with. So let's look at GH this time round, and then for your exercises you guys can do the line segments for the rest of the other lines. Okay, so let's look at GH. So we are going to find the midpoint of GH. So let's remember that when we find the midpoint of GH, we have our capital letter M, case, because we don't have a designated actual point that they have assigned. Because sometimes they will tell you find the midpoint of let's say B, because they have a B that's there. So then you would write B here and then write your midpoint formula. So we are just going to assign the capital letter M, all right? And then what we're going to do for our formula, we are going to say x2 plus x1. Remember, the sum, okay, of the two x coordinates divided by 2 gives us the x coordinate of the midpoint. Then the sum of the y coordinates divided by 2 gives us the y coordinate of the midpoint. Very important, that thing, right? So what then are the x values that we have there? The x values here are 5 plus 1. So let's just say this is x2, y2, so that we assign this is x1, y1. So first point, second point. So x2, y2, so let's go. x2 is 5 plus what? Plus 1 over what? Over 2. Okay. Then the y coordinate, what's that? It's negative 4 plus negative 1. Okay, over what? Over 2. Right, very important. Then what's 5 plus 1? Okay, we obviously know what that is. I'm just trying to maintain some consistency here. Minus 4, what's positive times negative is negative 1. Then what's 5 plus 1? We have 6 over 2. What's negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5 over 2. But this can be simplified further. What's 6 divided by 2? It's 3. And then negative 5 over 2, we retain that as that is. So the coordinates for our midpoint is what? Is negative 5 over 2. Okay, the y coordinate, sorry. But the x coordinate of the midpoint is 3. The y coordinate is negative 5 over 2. Okay, I think that was really straightforward, guys. So what you can do is pause, and then you can go ahead and find the midpoint of EF, CD, and AB. Just something else to note is that we could have used our letters instead of our. So you could say, if you wanted to, XH plus XG over 2, x coordinate of H plus the x coordinate of G, YH plus YG over 2. Okay, that's also fine. So I'm just doing this so that those who want to use the letter approach can do so and use the letter approach. So here, what do we have? What's the x coordinate of H? The x coordinate of H is 5 plus, that's the x coordinate of G, it's 1 over what? Over 2. What's the y coordinate of H? Y coordinate of H is negative 4. What's the y coordinate of G? Okay. Then finally, what's 5 plus 1? Which we will get shortly. What's negative 4 plus minus 1? Plus positive times negative gives you a negative. And then finally, what's 5 plus 1? We have 6. What's negative 4 minus 1? We have negative 5. So final answer gives you 3 and negative 5 over 2. So this is just so that people can note that if you don't want to use this subscript of numbers 2 and 1, you can go ahead and use the subscript of the actual letters, the x coordinate of h plus the x coordinate of g over 2, y coordinate of h plus the y coordinate of g over 2. Just, you see this consistency, hg, very important, I think, right? And for the midpoint formula, it's the sum, guys, very important. The sum of the 2x coordinates over 2, the sum of the 2y coordinates over 2, unlike your distance formula where there's always a subtraction sign in between the two x coordinates, and your gradient formula where there's a subtraction sign between your 2x and your y coordinates.